Hello and welcome. My name is Shasta Roberts, and welcome to my book club where every week I read a chapter of my book, Stronger Than Your Excuses. So this week we are on part 2, which is the reasons I decided to leave my marriage. And we are on reason number 3. I love myself. Let's go. Yes, you read the name of the chapter right. I do love myself. That may seem hard to admit or conceited, but it is true. Have I always felt that way about myself? No, not by a long shot. I never grew up as one of the pretty popular girls in school. I wasn't someone who'd be considered one of the school's laughingstocks either. I would say I was right in the middle. Enough where I was on good terms with the mass majority. I did get teased by some boys a time or two. All in all, I had my group of friends, and that is who I stuck with. I wasn't the person who I am now. I never stood up when someone was talking bad about someone or did something to harm someone. I just rolled with the flow. I didn't want to be banished out with that person too. Like I said, not close to the same person I am today. I had a couple best friends growing up. Only one that I still to this day am best friends with. I was a cheerleader for a year, but other than that, I didn't do sports at the high school. I did dance at a dance academy instead. There, I had a different group of friends. I wasn't the best dancer. I did not have as much heart in it then that I have for it now. I hadn't quite found my niche then. I didn't know what type of dance really pulled at my heartstrings until I was in college. I found hip hop in Portland and ended up finding Zumba later. I cannot say that I have always loved myself, but I didn't hate myself. Hate is a strong word, and I don't like to use it. I didn't love that I had curly hair and red cheeks. I didn't love that I didn't know proper nutrition and was not fat, but not skinny either. I was curvy my whole life. I wasn't a person to stand in front of the mirror and look at myself either. I guess I was just average. I talked earlier about how I didn't grow up with body shame. I didn't love myself fully, but I didn't hate myself either. I've had this vision of myself for so long that I finally want it to come true. I had envisioned that I'm a person who everyone loves to be around. I'm a person who doesn't talk bad about anyone. I'm a person who is confident, caring, strong, knowledgeable, thoughtful, and passionate. I could list so many words I've wanted to be described as. I want to know how to apply makeup and love it. On the other hand, I want to love myself without makeup too. I want to be hot. Not just good looking, but a double take good looking. I want to be remembered from the first time I meet someone. I have never thought I was very memorable. I'm not sure why, but I've always thought because I'm average, I wouldn't be noticed. I assumed people would forget my name after we met, since that is something I am horrible at too. I don't have any standout features. I'm just a normal girl. My vision of me was not a normal girl. Is an exceptional woman in all walks of life. I finally decided I was done having this vision of me in the future. I turned 30 and everything changed. How in the world did I turn 30? I wanted to be closer to the vision of myself before I was 30. And the thing is, I was so far from her. Let's be real. I wasn't doing anything to be the person I wanted to be either. I was using the excuse that I don't know what I really want to do with my life. That is not an excuse to be overweight or why I'm not an exceptional mom. That's an excuse to why I'm not in my lifelong career that I want to have, but have no idea what it is. It's time to stop making excuses and just get each thing crossed off my list. If I don't know how to get there quite yet, skip to the next problem and fix it first. It was the end of 2017, so I decided I would wait till the new year to kick it off. It was only months away, and I wasn't quite emotionally ready to start during Christmas. I sure did eat everything and enjoyed myself a whole lot of bad food since I knew a change was coming. I knew this journey would be life-changing, and it was like I had to say goodbye to my old self. I had to have time to process I was going to change. I didn't know the full road ahead, but I was ready to take it by storm. Come January 2018, I was ready to conquer my goals. I had decided I was going to concentrate on weight and makeup. Those were the things I knew how to find the path and start my walking on it. I didn't want to overwhelm myself with much more. These were a lot to handle, even when it doesn't sound that way. I started the new year off working out every day and eating right. I really mean every single day, no days off. You will never guess what happened. I lost weight. I didn't have a diet, but just plain old watching calories in and calories out. I started moving my body every day for an hour. I bought a used treadmill online to have at home for the days I couldn't get to the gym. Being a mom of 3, I also didn't want to take any more time away from my kids. That meant getting up an hour earlier every day to get my workout in. At first, it wasn't much. Walking 1.5 miles every day hurt because my body wasn't used to that much exercise. I also needed something to keep me on the treadmill. I made a vow that I was only allowed to watch my TV shows if I was on the treadmill. So, every morning, I got up at 5 a.m. so I could watch my shows and get my workout in. Was it hard? Yes. I chose something to motivate me, though. Every morning when my alarm clock went off, I would ask myself, do you want to see the next episode or sleep in? If it was a good enough show, I hopped out of bed. If it didn't make me hop out of bed, I switched shows. A year later, I still wake up early to work out. Now I still walk, but I do 3 miles and I read while I walk. Reading every day is one of my new goals. And if I walk at the perfect speed on a treadmill, I can do both. I now say to myself when my alarm goes off, do you love your body? Get up to keep it. I have the body I love, and to keep it, I must work for it. It is worth it now, and I don't like passing a day without a workout. Sure, I will still choose to head to the gym instead of hopping on my treadmill. With life, that is not always the case, so I take it where I can get it. Loving my makeup was the next on my list. When I grew up, you couldn't just go online and find out how to do everything. Unless you were going to the makeup counter at Macy's, you had to buy your makeup from a place like Target. You learned how to do makeup from your older siblings or mom. That's about it. Nowadays, information is out there by the bucket loads. I decided I needed to get on board with that information. I did not love the way I put on makeup. I could do basic things, but that was about it. I wanted to learn how to do it all. I might not use all the knowledge every single day, but I could have that information in my back pocket so when I wanted to, I could use it. Thank you, Sephora. They have the best customer service, and I love getting to ask lots of questions. They also have free makeup classes. We have several Sephora's close, and who doesn't want girl time to go to a makeup class and some shopping? So that is what I did. Found the classes that worked and scheduled some girl time. I usually needed a trip to go down to the big mall anyways, since I live 30 minutes away from good shopping. We have just the basics where I live an hour outside of Seattle. For a girl's day, you need to get out though, so this worked perfect. I still don't have my makeup as perfect as I want, but I have learned some good things and I'm so close. I cannot believe I didn't wash my face at night and in the morning prior to last year. No wonder my face broke out all the time. No wonder I could never get my rosacea under control. Toner? What was that and why would you even need it? Can I say life changer? I cannot afford to get my eyelashes done, but it is so nice to now know how to put on false ones for the days I want to have an extra glam. You guys, Sephora is like a girl's candy shop. You can try everything before you buy it. So you know if it's the right color or even if it conceals enough. Learning how to do your makeup how you want to be done is self-care. Listen, ladies, we do not get enough self-care in our lives. This was the year I was changing that and making decisions that made me happier. It seems like such a simple thing to want. It takes time to learn and practice it all. There are so many different things and ways you must find your own. Something that you can whip out before work. I didn't want to have to take an hour just to do my makeup perfect. I can get makeup fully on in 15 minutes. With lashes, it would be 20. This is my personal time every morning to love on myself. I love the confidence this has given me. I know my makeup is on point today because I worked my butt off to try new things and find out what works for me. Yes, I have red cheeks and still break out on my chin at 30. You don't know that, though, unless you see me without makeup. Even without makeup, I have my beauty routine down so well that even my red cheeks and breakouts are the best they have ever been. Most days, I barely wear any makeup. I try to keep it down to just foundation and mascara. Once I established my stringent skincare routine, I didn't have to worry about what makeup worked or didn't work. They all worked because my skin was finally being well cared for. Call it egocentric or self-absorbed, but my whole life I've wanted to not just feel okay, but get to use the word love. I love myself. I love my body. I love my skin. I can't even stop just there. Just focusing on these two things made me go through my wardrobe. Losing 25 pounds makes you replace pretty much everything in your closet. It made me think about everything I put on. Does it make me feel amazing? If the answer isn't hell yes, I look good, then it's goodbye. I've worked my butt quite literally off this year to be able to say I love my body. Is my body and the way I look everything about me? No. For sure it is not. It is a start though. I cannot give love to others unless I have love for myself. Not fake love like my old self had. I didn't think I needed my own time or self-care. To love yourself fully, you do. I don't care what people say about how I look now. If you still think I'm not skinny enough or need to tone up or you don't like the lipstick I'm wearing, I don't care. I love it, and the only person I'm trying to impress today is myself. Most days, I am only trying to impress myself. I cannot make everyone happy, but my happiness is a choice I must make for myself. When you love yourself, your eyes open to other people who love you too. You realize you don't want to waste precious time on people who don't love you back. You stop fighting for anyone else's love. Love is both an emotion and a choice. The choice is not one time. You must live life still choosing to love daily for yourself and for others. Without choice, you have an emotion without action. When you love yourself, you start to see clearly the lack of action taken to show love. You notice how you are showing other people love and how other people are reciprocating back to you their love. I didn't realize I wasn't being loved by my husband until I loved myself. I didn't realize I was last on his list until I put myself first on my list. I've worked so hard to have this self-love for myself that I realize I love myself more than I love anyone. I must live with myself for the rest of my life. And I'm finally done living a life with someone who does not show me love in return. All right, that is that chapter. Please give me a thumbs up and leave a comment. I would love to hear what you think of the chapter. Also, if you subscribe to the channel, the new posts every week of the chapter will show up in your feed. And if you hit that notification bell, it'll actually notify your phone when I have posted a new chapter every single week. So I will see you guys next week for the next reason I decided to leave my marriage. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.